Hey guys, welcome to Bart's Backyard Barbecue. Today we are doing pizza on the grill with the pizza stone, okay? It's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be delicious. We're making our own crust. We're doing everything. We're gonna do it step by step. You guys are gonna be very excited to see this, and I'm gonna be very excited to make this and eat it. Stick around, don't go anywhere. Okay guys, forgive the shaky camera. I've got it off the tripod right now. So this is what I've got to work with today for our pizza crust. This is 325 mLs of water. We're gonna have to use metric for this. I got this recipe from a really old Italian gypsy when I was in Naples, Italy, okay? He was an old guy. We were having some drinks and he's like, this is my mom's pizza recipe and don't tell anyone or I'm gonna put a curse on you or something. I don't know. I just said, okay, I'm not gonna tell anybody. So I'm gonna give it all to y'all because, well, whatever. I'm sure he's dead by now. Anyway, so what we have working by now, or for now, is, and I had this flour specially imported from Italy because when I make stuff for y'all, I go all the way, right? It's 00 flour. You can use really any 00 flour, but this is something that came very highly recommended when I was doing some research on what's the best pizza flour, and then this is semola. I don't know what it is. It's kind of like it's a semolina. Sorry, it's a wheat flour. It's kind of like what could I say? It would be like cornmeal. This is like when you eat pizza when they make them in the real pizza ovens and the stuff on the bottom. That's what this is. Okay, this is to kind of keep it to sticking. Got a bowl, which is just a normal plastic bowl. I wouldn't use metal. Metal tends not to hold temperatures very well. If you're trying to let something rise, keep something that's not going to be cold or hot. Got a regular kitchen scale here, 325 milliliters of warm water, and I have some yeast. Okay, you can use either dry yeast or instant yeast. It doesn't really matter. This just works a little faster, but honestly, it's pretty much the same thing. Okay, let's start getting everything together. Okay guys, so what we're gonna start off with, and I forgot to mention we're gonna need some flour too. We're gonna do 500 grams of this flour. The thing about bread and dough and things like that. Okay, Shelby's gonna put this in the thing. The thing about bread and dough is if you don't do it correctly, then just don't do it at all. So use a scale, okay? Don't just kind of wing it and say, oh, it's about 3 cups, it's about 4 cups. Measure it out right, because this way you're gonna make sure you have good pizza. So thank you, Shelby, for helping. Hold on, I'm gonna do the rest of this, okay? So we measure 500 grams. This is a 1 kilogram bag, so this will be about half the bag. And this will make, well, it'll make 4 little pizzas or 2 big pizzas, and I'm gonna do the 2 big pizzas because we eat a lot of pizza. Shelby loves pizza. Teenage boys love pizza. I love pizza. Even mommy's gonna like this pizza.
I'll do it.
Okay, baby, why don't you do one more for me? Very nice. Maybe one more little spoon.
I'll do it by myself.
Okay. She's gonna do it by herself, guys. Perfect. Okay, guys, so now we're gonna do a teaspoon of the salt. Please hold that for me. Helper girl, thank you. And 1 teaspoon of salt is really all you need. All right. Then we're gonna take this and you wanna mix this, okay? Because you don't wanna have big pockets of flour or big pockets of salt in your flour. Okay, so while Shelby stirs that, like a big helper girl, I'm gonna take this, and remember this is the 325 mils of warm water, okay? Make sure it's not cold, make sure it's not hot yet. Check it. Thank you. All right, so pour the whole packet. The whole packet should be about 7 grams. You pour the whole packet in there.
Okay, there.
Is that good, Shelby?
Yes.
What do you think? Good? Okay, no, leave it alone. So then we have to stir it. So now we've stirred the flour, we have to stir the yeast. So when you stir that up for me, please. Okay, back in a second. Okay, sorry about that, guys. My helper is gone. She had a Barbie emergency. So what we're gonna do. Oh, you're right there? Oh, sorry, I thought you were gone. Oh, okay. She didn't leave. Now I'm gonna pour this into here. Okay, and now we're gonna mix it. All right. Start with a spoon. Just kind of give it a crude mix. After this, we're going to be using our hands to really get it going. Can't make pizza unless you use your hands. Now, this is a messy process, guys. If you don't want to make a mess, I suggest not making pizza because it's just going to happen. So deal with it. You can't really get good results with anything unless you get your hands dirty. So don't wash your hands. What you're going to do is you're going to use flour on your hands, okay? That'll keep the stuff from sticking. And when you do that, if you get stuff on your hands, just wipe it off with flour, and there you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little flour down right here in my cabinet. I'm going to just dump this out, okay? Try to get everything out of the bowl. No, baby, you can't touch this. I'm sorry, baby. I don't want you to get your hands all dirty. All right, so then a little flour on your hands, a little flour on pizza. Not too much. Don't want to dry it out, and just kind of mix it with your mamas.
Wash your hands after you make the dough?
Yes, you can wash your hands after you make the dough.
No, I'm not going to wash my hands.
Oh, you're not? Sorry, guys. Whoops. All right, so kind of making this into a big ball of goo, right? Remember, get stuff on your hands, a little bit of flour, comes right off. Make sure to put that into our dough, though. We don't want to waste anything. This is going to be delicious. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to knead it now, okay? Not a whole lot. Well, you know what? Never mind. So you take it and you kind of roll it into something like this. Okay? Take it and you pull it, roll it back, pull it, and back, and back, and back. And really, I mean, kneading is kind of an art. It's really sort of your preference, really. I mean, it doesn't matter how it's done as long as it's done, right? Everyone needs a little differently. So let me roll this into a nice ball. Beautiful ball of dough. Okay, guys, sorry about that. So what we do now is we're gonna put some flour down, and I'm gonna take this and just kind of roll it in that flour. So that way on the outside, it's got a good coating of flour on it. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it and kind of roll it like this. And I guess I'm gonna make 2 pizzas. So we cut it right in half. It's a bread knife, I suppose will do fine. You could use a sharp knife if you have one, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so these are our 2 pizzas, all right? So roll these into the best ball you can, all right? That's a beautiful pizza ball right there. One, and just kind of fold. So you take it and just kind of fold it over on itself. All right, and make a little ball. The underside doesn't matter. You're making a ball this way it can heat up next to itself. So what's going to happen now is we're going to put this on a plate. Actually, I'm going to find another bowl. Okay, guys, it's been 2 hours. Let's see what these look like. Oh, look at these beautiful pizzas. Wow. I got some stuff stuck to it, but that's all right. We knew that was going to happen. Wow. That tripled in size almost. So, and it's hot to the touch. Oh, it's great. So, get some flour here. Okay. I'll take this out. Put some flour down here. Mess it around. Make sure it's nice and floury, nothing sticks. All right. Pull this out. put it down. Flour your hands. All right. So this is ready to make into a pizza. I'm excited here. It's gotten about double the size. Wow. Put this one over here. Keep the other one covered while you're doing this. So, just take it, make sure, flour everywhere. Another old trick that old gypsy taught me. Use your fists. Spread it out. Now you can make this as thin or as thick as you want, but my grill has a 15-inch pizza stone, so can't make it that big. Just turn it. This is some nice, good dough. Makes a difference when you use the right kind of dough. If you want to get a rolling pin, you can, but I'm not gonna. You'll get little holes like that. Just take some dough off the side and just pound it in there. Well, folks, again, I'm not Italian, so this is not going to be the most beautiful pizza, but I bet you it's going to be good. All right, I'll be back. All right, so that's about the best I can do, which I think is pretty good pizza anyway. I made it from scratch. It's like the third one I've ever made, so I think it's not too bad. I can make a pretty good pie crust too, but all right, so pizza thing. Put some of that semolina flour on it, just to make sure it slides off nice and easy when you make it. I'm gonna make it on this thing. That way I don't have to worry too much about it. So let's see how we're gonna do this. Yeah, I ripped a nice big hole in it, but that's all right. It'll get better, just watch. All right, so make sure you pinch around the sides. Okay. So now for the sauce and toppings. All right, guys, so we're getting the fire started now. I got about a half a load of charcoal in there. We're gonna get this grill up to 450 degrees. You can go up to 600 for these pizzas if you'd like, but I think my pizza stone's got a max temp of 450. Again, wooden matches only for me. It's a little bit dark. I'm sorry about that, but looks like we have a hell of a storm blowing in again for like the 4th night in a row. It's weird. It's like all day long. It's no clouds, beautiful. And then during the nights, get these tornado warnings and floods and whatever. And never anything ever happens, of course, because this is South Texas. But all right, so we'll let that sit for 10 minutes and burn. Once that gets going, I'm gonna show you guys how to set this grill up. We'll be back, all right? All right, guys, so we've got our 2 dough balls here that are perfectly, just quite beautiful. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this glass bowl here, or I'm sorry, glass pan, some Pyrex. Take a little bit of this semolina. Open that up. See, it's very coarse, right? Kind of like cornmeal. Just sprinkle it a little bit. This is just gonna keep the bottom from sticking to the pan. You won't do much with the actual taste. Okay, so what I'm gonna take dough ball number 1. Make sure it's still nice and beautiful and perfect, and just set it down. All right. Next dough ball, same thing. Set it down. Give them some space apart, so that way they can rise. Now these are probably going to double in size. Okay. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take a damp cloth. This is why I used a pan with an edge here. So that way you don't lay the cloth down on the actual thing itself. So you take a damp cloth. Just cover that up. Now this stays for 2 hours. 2. This is the 3rd time I've had to make this video, because the first 2 times I didn't realize that myself, and I was like, I can rush it and wait 30 minutes. You cannot. Wait 2 hours at least, okay? You will hate yourself. And throw away dough that I have. So anyway, I'm putting this in the oven, not because it's on, just because it's a nice place where it's not gonna get cold. I will be back. Look at my hands. Isn't that awesome? Love that. See you later, pizza dough. I'll be back in 2 hours, all right? Okay, guys, so now we're gonna put the pizza on while we're waiting on our fire. Again, this is gonna be a great pizza, although it's damned ugly, but we'll see what happens, right? So, all right, so what I'm not gonna use a traditional pizza sauce, because I'm not gonna want freaking basil and all that stuff in here. So start off with some olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil only. And you've got this here, some fire roasted tomatoes. And I don't want like a pizza sauce on there, because I don't want pizza sauce. When we went to Italy, most pizzas that I found didn't have any kind of tomato sauce on them. So, and they were just so good too. So we're just gonna kind of spread these around. Sprinkle some of that beautiful. Okay, this looks great. All right, big chunky tomatoes. I'm also gonna throw some tomatoes in there from my garden too, because I'm just gonna put some slices on there. Why not, right? Make sure you get it around, but don't use too much. All right, be right back. Okay, got some more stuff here. I put these tomatoes on because you guys didn't want to see me cutting up tomatoes. Anyway, that's ridiculous. We'll throw some. These are some fresh organic mushrooms. Now I'm gonna get some fresh Parmesan. You can use this stuff in the can if you want, but it's not the same. Oh, it's so good when you just put Parmesan all over there. Beautiful fresh cheese. It's a little pricey though. It's like $8 for this little piece of cheese. But, you know, like I said, nothing's too good for you guys. Or really for me and my stomach. Just try to get it everywhere. Remember, it's gonna melt. Okay, now the next one's gonna be pepperoni, because it's my little girl one. So this one's for me and mommy. So I've got some fresh, beautiful mozzarella cheese here. You just want to rip pieces off. Shut up, dog. You're not getting any. That was my dog. I'm gonna put a whole piece on here because I love mozzarella cheese. People eat it raw. Don't really get that. It doesn't have a lot of flavor to it when you eat it raw. But, okay, a little bit more olive oil, just to sprinkle over the top. And add just a little bit of salt, just for some flavor. And the last thing we're gonna put on here is some fresh basil. Make sure you're using Italian basil. You don't want regular basil on here. Okay, so let's throw some chunks of basil on there. Try to put the basil with the cheese, that way it sort of melts into it. Oh, it's delicious. All right, so I think my fire should be up to temp about now. Let's go check it, guys. I'm gonna show you how to put that grill together. About 10 minutes, we're gonna get this baby on the grill. Be right back. have our pizza stone right there. So we close the grill, get it up to 450. So what we're gonna do is this thing, I'm gonna leave it open almost full. I'm just gonna close it a little bit, all right? And this thing, I'll turn it to 2. And I wanna watch the temperature, 450. Once we get to 450, we'll put that pizza on and we'll see what's gonna happen. Be back in a minute. My first pizza on the grill, man. All right, guys, so this is about 10-15 minutes in. Beautiful, it's ready to come off. I made another pizza. It's a pepperoni pizza with cheese, and I'm gonna show it to you right now. And let's pull this baby off and get it in and get it cut up and take a look at it. All right, guys, so this is that pepperoni pizza I was just telling you about for my little girl who loves pepperoni. I put this on the grill, and let's go cut the other pizza and see what it looks like. So the other one I sort of dropped on the way inside because I had a little too much wine. I guess it's my fault. So we're not going to be doing with that one anymore, even though I think it was pretty good. I'm not gonna show it. This one, though, this is my little girl's pizza. Look how beautiful it is. Let's check that crust. Yeah, a few more minutes and that should be ready. That's a beautiful pizza. Sexual, beautiful and sexual. Be back in a minute. Okay, guys, this is my little girl's pizza. This is the one that didn't get destroyed by my negligence. We're gonna cut this open. Look at how beautiful it is. A perfect crust, perfectly melted cheese. Oh, it's beautiful. Let's cut it in half. This I'm proud of. The other one is gone. So, whatever. Look at this. So you look at it, it's perfect. The bottom, there's no burning. Beautiful, perfect pizza. Look at that. Oh, it's so sexual. All right, goodbye. I don't want to talk to y'all anymore. I want to eat this. Thanks for joining me on Bart's Backyard Barbecue. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you ask me some questions if you need to. And if you have any questions, hey, leave them in the comments. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.